Thanks for joining us on this chilly Wednesday at 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Neda Irampur. We're going to get right to breaking news we've been covering for you. Right now, crews battling a fire at a strip mall. This is impacting a few businesses in the Oak Park area.
Our reporter Dana Marie McNichol live at the scene now with an update for us. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Eric and Neda. This is an extremely stubborn fire. We just spoke to the battalion chief and got a better understanding of what happened, how it started. So around 4 a.m. this morning, they got calls of a dumpster fire. Now we're going to show you where that dumpster fire started. As you can see, it's on the side of the building. That chief told us that it then extended into the attic. This attic is shared by all of the businesses here in the strip mall. The fire quickly went into the Big Cuts barber salon as well as iron and gates shop. Everything is completely destroyed in that area. They said it was a rapidly expanding fire. In that attic, they had nearly 100 firefighters here at one point battling this, from aerial ladders as well as on the ground. They have been fighting since 4 a.m. this morning. Now there are 7 businesses. The battalion chief said that 3 of those businesses are completely destroyed. Nothing was able to be saved. And then 4 of them were able to have somewhat of savior, but it is still extensive damage because there is so much water and flooding. Another issue, there is a neighborhood right behind this strip mall that is seeing signs of flooding right now because of how much constant water they were having to provide the building. So that's being monitored right now. Again, we are on Euclid Avenue here in the Webster area neighborhood, and there is still a very active scene. Fire trucks are still actively monitoring this fire. Just moments ago, we saw active flames, but it does look like all of the active flames are out. We're being told that they're going to be monitoring this area for well into the morning. So if this is part of your morning commute, you do need to be aware. Again, this fire started in a dumpster, extended to the attic, and then into the businesses. Someone on scene spoke to the barbershop owner and said that they don't have insurance, so this is really going to be a tough recovery for multiple businesses here in this strip mall. Stick with us all morning long. We're going to be bringing you live conditions of what it looks like, as well as the traffic. It's still pretty early, so we don't see too much buildup, but of course, Euclid Avenue is a very highly trafficked area. I'm Dana Marie McNichol coming to you live.
Oh, you feel for those business owners, gutted, as we saw in Dana Marie's live shot. Dana Marie, thank you for that update. We'll check back with her very soon. This morning, a lot in Mission Valley is allowing San Diegans living out of their RVs to park there overnight without fear of being towed. That's the only safe lot in the county where RVs are now allowed. That's because one in Encanto stopped allowing them over the summer. Banning RVs at that Encanto location created more space for the increasing number of people who were living out of their cars. Jewish Family Services runs the lot in Mission Valley, and they're providing a safe haven.
But still have access to their vehicle. It's a critical lifeline, and getting people support and assistance in finding stable housing.
Now, we should point out the lot in Mission Valley does allow both cars and RVs to park 24 hours a day. It's the one in Encanto that does not allow for those RVs.
This morning, San Diego police say they have busted an organized crime ring, and honestly, the details are like something out of a movie. 7 people are now in custody after SDPD officers and FBI conducted multiple raids throughout the county last week. One of those raids was here at this home on Wonderland Avenue in Encanto. Investigators are calling it a crime den, where they say the group planned crimes like murders and kidnappings. Agents recovered a stash of guns, drugs, $28,000 in cash, and 2 stolen cars. Right now, San Diego police increasing patrols in La Jolla due to a string of robberies targeting 8 homes. Officials say the South American theft group is back. Police are linking at least a dozen break-ins across the county to this group. The last robbery was December 3rd at a home in Pacific Beach. This one, the thieves trashed the home's bedroom, stealing wedding rings and watches. This morning, the homeowner's daughter says they still feel unsafe.
This is just not the home that she feels comfortable in anymore. They went through her master bedroom very thoroughly and then just kept going throughout the house because I don't think they were finding enough.
Detectives say this theft ring is known to look at homes before breaking in, set up surveillance there, even posing as delivery drivers. They usually enter through the rear of the house, often ones that back up to a hillside or a golf course. Security cameras have caught them in the act several times, yet no one has been arrested.
Let's hope they're caught very soon.
Yeah, high-end group there, and hopefully the officers get a hold of them. San Diego snuffing out some beach bonfires now. Overnight, the city council voted to ban wood beach bonfires outside of designated city rings.
Officials say this will improve air quality and reduce injuries from smoldering wood that may get left under the sand. Propane fires will still be allowed outside of those rings. Back in 2008, the city removed many rings and never replaced them. This makes it really difficult to find an available ring for bonfires during popular hours. The ban is not official yet. A second vote is needed next month, and there could be some changes to this ordinance.
Right now, the USPS is working hard to deliver holiday letters, cards, and gifts on time. It is their busiest time of the year.
CBS 8's Chris Groh live at the Mesa Post Office to show us how busy they are right now. I mean, it's 6:07 in the morning. They've been at it for a while, right, Chris?
Hey, they were at it right before we even got here. In fact, this is a fully working post office happening right now in Mesa. Again, we'll constantly refer to this as North Pole West, right? Because there's so much Christmas magic, holiday magic that is going on here. You see this area right over here, a lot of the letters being sorted through. Want to bring in Juvie Sevilla here to talk a little bit more about what exactly is going on, because we have letters to family, but also letters that are still making their way to the North Pole, right?
Yes, they are making their way to Santa Claus right now as we speak. So if you still have your letters out for the children, you can still mail them in and they still can go to Santa Claus.
And how many, not how many, because it's probably different every day, but just how extensive is this sorting process that happens in just this one little corner here of the kind of the background?
Yeah, so as you see, we have our clerk right here distributing the mail. We have residents, we have businesses as well. We have our military group here as well. So it goes very extensive to this little area of Mesa.
And about in a half hour or so time is that when the carriers come in, and kind of how does that work out when the carriers come in? How long are they staying here, kind of filling up, if you will, before they head out on their routes?
Yeah, they should be here shortly in about a half an hour or so, and then they start, looking at their mail, seeing what they have in store. Then they grab their letters from this little area, as you see, and then they start casing their mail, we say.
And then if we walk down over here real quick, this is kind of the other side, if you will, that
yes.
People are always wondering about, those P.O. boxes. It's so funny to see the other side, the literal other side kind of flipped around, if you will, kind of the process that goes on here. Could you explain it for the folks at home?
Yeah, so as you can see, those customers are P.O. Box customers. You are seeing the back side of your mail. And basically, this is where we also case the mail for our P.O. Box customers, throughout the year. And in the holiday season, when you have a package, we have them here, staged here for when you need to pick up your parcel packages, or out in the lobby where we have the parcel lockers.
And for the folks at home, could you kind of describe, a lot of the employees here, smiles on their faces, they feel that holiday spirit.
Yes.
They want to make sure that whatever it is that you're sending for the holidays gets there on time.
Yes.
How much pride does the U.S. Postal Service take in that?
A lot of pride. We're holiday ready for the season. We want to make sure that all our employees know that we are out there to spread holiday cheer, and that this is our time of the year.
And by the way, I haven't stopped working in 3 years, right? While a lot of people went home,
Right.
essential workers, U.S. Post Office, that never stopped.
No, never stopped. We kept going. We kept spreading. Everyone was happy to see us because, everybody was secluded for the last 3 years. And now they saw a familiar face every day. So we were very happy to bring that cheer every year.
Awesome. Well, a lot of cheer in this room alone. Again, being ready to send out. Juvie, thank you so much for helping us out this morning. And again, guys, here at North Pole West, if you will, again, kind of that substation there for Santa. We're seeing some of those presents come through, guys. Kids, do not worry. You will have your presents underneath the tree this year. Santa is making sure the post office is hard at work.
Oh, good. A lot of kids on the good list here.
Yeah, that's
good
great.
to hear.
From the North Pole right
No
to
such thing
there.
as a not.
There we go. Good to hear.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris. Right now, this is amazing. The Orion capsule, it's here in San Diego. It's among us. It was brought back on board the USS Portland, which arrived at Naval Base San Diego around 7:30 yesterday. Got here into our bay.
It is amazing the re-entry process here. During that re-entry, it endured temperatures of 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It reached speeds of 25,000 miles per hour. But over a 20-minute span, it then slowed down to just 20 miles an hour before it splashed down off the coast of Baja California.
Seeing it come out of the sky with the parachutes as it broke through the clouds, hearing the sonic boom, I was almost shaking. I was so excited to be a part of this.
Yeah, to be a part of that team. How cool is that? On Thursday, engineers will remove Orion from the ship. It will then head all the way to the East Coast to the Kennedy Space Center, where really it's kind of like opening an amazing Christmas gift, Netta, with all these incredible details, data, and cool findings that we're going to have inside there.
Yeah, crack what's inside and see, but you can see on the outside of the capsule, it almost looked like it was peeling a little bit, likely because it came through 5,000 degrees heat. That's half the heat of the sun, so just imagine that. Let's show you right now our forecast here. So we're looking at Julian. Clear skies over Julian. It is icy and cold. This reindeer looked like it still had a little bit of snow. The rooftops still have some snow, but the roads do look to be at least not as snowy. The problem is you may unfortunately run into some black ice, of course, with some of the snow melting that then freezes over with these chilly overnight conditions. It is a clear start to your day, which is why we have this frost forming. Barely any wind, which allows for that frost to really settle in, unfortunately, which could kill some sensitive plants. You may notice it on the grass, on the leaves of some of the plants, and then, of course, on your windshields as well. Bring your pets indoors, cuddle with them if possible, and then, of course, if you can, cover your plants if you haven't already done so. It is 30 degrees right now in Ramona. You just dropped another degree. 37 in Poway, and also you just got colder in Escondido. 34 degrees there, 37 in El Cajon. So right before sunrise in the next 30 minutes, our temperatures reach the coldest time of the day. So that's what we're dealing with right now. 29 in Mount Laguna, 31 in Julian. Along the coast, a little bit warmer, but still that's uncomfortable. Low 40s for the most part. Your afternoon looks like we will break 60 degrees finally, reaching the low to mid 60s for some of our warmer spots. Coming up here, I'll let you know about this gradual warm up that we will start to feel, and a look at the big national picture where some severe weather, the threat of tornadoes impacting many states. We'll have that coming up.